Hmm. Oh boy. Danton. Bro, Danton, I was just thinking about you today, man. How you doing? What's up, Anthony? Danton, have I really been that inactive lately, bro? Has it really been that bad? Or are you exaggerating? Be honest. What is this? So, I'm farming Drowned Dan, for two reasons. One, I just never tier 5'd the spells on him. And, oh, fuck, he's gonna push a feint. Oh. Oh no. Okay, he didn't. Okay, that's the legacy one there, man. What was I saying? Two reasons. One, I never got it done. And two, Nautilus is gonna be crazy OP, Dan. Crazy OP, bro. So I spent the morning talking to some people about like the deck and like the dual school and a couple of devs too. But I could probably post the deck I built on the screen today to kind of like show you guys what I'm talking about, but I'll do that in a couple of minutes here. But yeah, Dan, Nautilus is OP, so I need to get it tier 5. I gotta finish Somnopolis. Well, get it done. Get it done, my guy. You're not gonna be able to play Darkmoor if it's not done in Test Realm, so. Yo, what's up, Dean? But yeah, we found this 2-round strat for this fight. It usually takes like 5 rounds or some cheesy crap, but it's a 2-round strat we're doing, which is really nice. It speeds up the process significantly. But yeah, I think I just need to do Somnopolis on the balance though. Just on the balance. I've done it on everyone else. Solo questing a balance through there is not very fun. I'll say that. But yeah, then I also have like a bunch of gold keys on my account that are just sitting around. So we are using those up right now. Putting them to good use. You spend weeks maxing these? I don't know, Dan. It's been a while since I tier 5'd a spell in general. But yeah, basically the strat here is I 3-fold to set up the Joltergeist Gambit Danton. And then we Gambit that negative aura to bypass the invulnerability. So it's kind of cool. It's like another form of aura pop in a way. But I don't know. I mean, if I just grind, I could probably get it done in like 3 days. Probably. If I have a dedicated group with me, 3 days, pretty good time frame. I was also thinking about buying the pack, but I feel like this pack is so like dated. Like I'm not gonna get any good gear from it, you know what I mean? If they updated the gear, then I would consider it, but I don't know. I could get one and see what the drops are like. So yeah, now I'm in Joltergeist. That'll create a harmful aura. And then Sean is gonna Gambit that aura, as you can see right here. And that will bypass the cheat and makes it a 2-round. Pack's not worth it for spell elements, unless the pack is only spell elements. I feel that. Would you consider moving the console? You know, I just sold my Xbox, I think, 6 Has it been 6 months already? No way. Maybe like 3 months, maybe 4, maybe. But I just sold my Xbox. I never used the thing. And even if I did, I don't have a capture card for console, right? So I don't know how I would even like stream or record it. I heard that Wiz is doing good on console though. Like I saw some stats saying that Wiz is like top 20 on PlayStation, like 20th or something. Which I mean, honestly, that's pretty good. Considering like, you know, like the most popular games like COD and, you know, Battlefield, you know, Fortnite, they're obviously all at the top of the list, right? But yeah, I don't know. It is interesting to see was, I don't know how to word this. What was his PvE, like casual audience, always surprises me. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. It's just, it's crazy to me to think there's that many players out there who haven't like finished playing Wiz. You know? I don't really know how to word it, but maybe you guys know what I mean. It's just, it blows my mind every single time. I'm doing good today, Dark. I actually woke up early. Definitely not. He's invested too much into the PC version. Yeah. I mean, I hope one day they can... Wow, that did a lot of damage. Okay. I was not expecting that much. That's crazy. Hopefully one day they can make it crossplay. I think literally everyone in the community wants that. You know what I mean? Because if it's crossplay, that would just make the game more popular, right? Like if everyone's on the same server, you know, like PvP wouldn't be as dead. Team ups would be a lot more popular. Finding a group would be a lot easier. You know, so on and so forth, right? A lot of benefits from that. But yeah, I wonder if they'll ever give us some like raw data about the console numbers. I am genuinely curious because I know some games do that. So I don't know. Like on console. Because sometimes like consoles have different regulations than like PC. Like Steam, for example. So I don't know. I am curious. Like for example, you guys know like the pack system in ways. Like it's like a loot box system, right? It's like gambling, whatever. So on console, there's a law where if you are gonna have gambling like that or loot boxes, you have to like display the odds of getting something, which is why Wiz came out with that data recently, right? On console. It tells you like you have a 1% chance to get the gold true amount or whatever. Which sounds right. But yeah. There's just a bunch of little details like that. Why don't you try Storm Ghost PvP? Well, I literally just unlocked it now, Dan, for the strat. It's definitely full of bugs and crashes on console. I mean, I don't know. When I played on console, like a boomer, Jesus Christ, back in my day, like 2019 and before, like I don't know, 2015, 2019. I mean, yeah, like games would crash, but it didn't happen a whole lot for me, I feel like. Oh my god, they're spamming shields. I don't know if we kill. But that's fine. It's fine. I mean, they're the same shield. We'll be fine. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, crashes happen. Unless it's crashing like multiple times and like multiple hours, then I think it's an issue, you know? Like back when I played COD on console, like I'd maybe have like 1 crash a day. I feel like maybe 2 if I played like 8 hours. You know, it's not bad. It's definitely very packed with players. Yeah, I saw there's like a queue and stuff. So that's good. Yeah, no, I hope it does well. I hope it does well. For sure. Also, another cool thing is like, you know, with the release of console, there's a lot more opportunity for like console content creators and whatnot, which is cool. But on the other side of things, people could also just gatekeep on console a lot. Like, I don't know. Like, imagine like the black market on console. Like, you guys know how there's the black market on PC? You know? Like, people could just like scam other people with that, I feel like. But I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that the community doesn't do that. I don't know. I guess the same thing with PvP too, right? I'm hoping that the console audience doesn't translate like the toxicity over from PC. You know what I mean, Giant? Like PC Wiz is super fucking toxic. Like, let's be honest, dude. Let's be honest, bro. It is pretty toxic. And I feel like the toxic people on here wouldn't just go make another account and do it all over again. Like, they just wouldn't do that. What combo did I miss? I don't know. I kind of been yapping. Were you saying a surprisingly amount of players haven't finished leveling up even one? Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, like, it always astonishes me the amount of like casual players. It really does. It really does, bro. Because like, take myself for example, chat. Like, I was relatively late to the party in terms of the whole like creation thing, right? Like the past like 4 years or something. Like, I'm newer, right? And even I like have significantly more things than the normal player. You know what I mean? And then this game's been out for like what, 16 years or something? Is it 16, 17? Right? So in 4 years, the recent 4 years, like it's just mental to think about, bro. Like, just like put that in the words. The PvP community is the only toxic community. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that. I've seen some pretty toxic stuff in PvE. Whether it's happened to me or I've seen other people flame other people for being like bad. You know, like you guys know like when you're farming at the end of the world, like Wallaroo, let's say you're farming Crash Bandicoot, right? And then you team up, you have a random or something, and like he doesn't know the meta strat, so like everybody flames him. Like I've seen that happen a lot, to be fair. I don't know if I agree with that. But that being said, there are a lot of good people. Some casuals play this game for 5+ years and are only in Chrysalis, level 90 or something. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the crazy part to me. And a lot of it too is just like talking to the devs. So like, oh, like you PvPers are like 2% of the audience. Which, I mean, I believe them. I believe them, to be fair. But like, isn't that just crazy, bro? Like 2%, like 98% of the people for 16 years, like they haven't played the game. That's just crazy, bro. That's just so like, it's so fascinating. It's crazy to think about. Absolutely crazy. And it makes sense too, chat. Like, if you make content like kind of like predicated for like the more like newbie people, like it does well. It does well, bro. Like I've joked about this before too, right? It's like you can make a video saying like, oh, Storm is the Blade School. Here's why. And like that video will pop off. That shit will bang, bro. That shit will bang. You know? But to like me or to some of you, it's like you just said the sky is blue, the grass is green, right? So like it's absolutely crazy to think about it. It's so fascinating. Even like TNT, I think she commented on my recent videos here. I'll try to find the comment, but yeah, I'm gonna try to find the comment so I'm not just putting words in her mouth for a second here. There we go. TNT. Okay, are we ready? Oh, I don't think we are. Okay. Okay, so here's what she said. Many people aren't up to date with info because life gets busy, so reminding them about it in the beginning is good to fill in the knowledge gap. Not everyone is up to date, especially with Wizard 101 content, where the game is not popular, no one talks about the game. And that was in reply to someone who got mad that, like, you guys know in my videos I say, like, okay, like, in case you're sleeping under a rock, like, as a joke, right? So somebody was offended when I said that, and then TNT replied saying that, basically. Right? Which I completely get, though, by the way. I think she's right. I think she's right, but... You see the Darkmoor trailer? I have, yeah. Yeah. I haven't really looked in details, though. We could look at it live today. I haven't really been live lately, like Dan was saying. But yeah, like, you know, I mean, am I the only one who thinks that's fascinating, chat? Darkmoor prep? I thought it takes your character from like 2 weeks back when you go into test round. Oh no, this is like Darkmoor prep as in like, I'm getting the spells that are gonna be meta next patch. So like, I'm pre-farming to have everything. So like, I can just play right away, you know? Because I don't want the update to drop, then I can't play because I don't have spell elements. I've already made my deck and everything, so... I'll show that off in a minute here. I need to get my food from the over. Question doesn't take long at all if you log in. I agree, yeah. Would you ever try console? I mean, I wouldn't say no to it, but I just literally sold my console a couple months ago, my Xbox. So it might be a little while down the road, but hey man, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I need my food. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I get okay. Okay. Back. Got my food. I got some cheeseburgers and ice cream, chat. Cheat day. Well, I had a killer day at the gym yesterday, though. Not gonna lie. Like, it was crazy, dude. I had like a new PR, and I just ran through like the sets and the reps. Like, it was actually crazy, bro. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, it was good. Beast Moon is also really toxic, but that's because it's designed to be competitive. That's a good point. I need to do Beast Moon again sometime. Rapid said that the advanced combat players in total don't even equal 10%. No way. Do you have like a screenshot of that? There's no way, bro. Oh, we need one. What was Mark doing? Faint. Chat, we need one if one of y'all want to join. Maybe I could ask somebody on my list. What's up, Punch? If that's actually the level of the casuals, I can see why the devs are making PvE standards so watered down difficulty-wise. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Like I said, dude, it's so interesting to me how I guess you could call them the regular Wizard 101 player because that's the majority of the audience, right? It's crazy to think about the normal player, at least from like King's House point of view. Like they just have no idea what the fuck is going on in the game. It's just like I don't even know what I would do, bro. Honestly, if I was working at KI and I knew that, like how would you put updates out? I don't know. Maybe that's kind of why it's hard for them to like resonate with like the actual like community that like talks, you know? Like the more I think about it, the more it makes sense why like I don't know. You guys know what I mean? What are you farming? I need Nautilus. I need Nautilus. It's really, really good. Next update. Dare I say Nautilus is going to replace Immolate. You definitely want Nautilus on a storm. Absolutely. Alright, let me eat my food. I gotta stop yapping. Holy shit, this is filled up. I'm freezing. Why do I have a fan on? It's -1 degrees. Replace Emily Path B. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna try to help you guys out here while I say that right when I just said I want to eat. The streamer thing be difficult sometimes, bro. I feel like I need 4 hands, you know? Alright. Emma. Okay. So I need a second image. Yeah, okay. Okay. So while Tori's getting ready. Oh my god, never mind, bro. This motherfucker said, hell no. Where did Sean go? Where did my whole team go? Hold on. What is Sean doing? We're just locked in. Okay. So these are the decks I made this morning. I can't make this bigger. Why can't I make this bigger? Uh so these are the decks I made this morning for the Darkmoor update. So I'm gonna explain some of it because you guys probably have some questions. Actually, why don't I eat and you guys ask the questions about the deck? That's a good idea. Yeah, maybe that's just a better way to go about it. I don't know. I like that. What's up, Uda? You think ship will be good? I'm just taking ship for PvE, bro. Just got tier 5 it. I have Deer 9 tier 5, I think. Hmm. But yeah, can one of y'all come? We need one person to just faint twice. That's it. Just like potent faint and normal faint. Or whatever. Anything works, really. You're farming for the best spell? Yeah, I'm trying to get Nautilus right now. The meta-defining card next update. Especially if you play Storm. Now, will Nautilus replace Immolate on other schools? That's a good question. In my opinion, probably not. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got my tier 5 PvE stuff done a while ago. I'm only missing tier 5 of this and the Pigsy Wisteria one. Everything else is done. A realm? I go to a different realm. I go to realm M. Yo, where did Sean go? I'm DMing him right now. Rapbeard told me once in the PvP channel that more than 90% of the player base only... What? Rapbeard told me once in the PvP channel that more than 90% of the player base only uses a 7-card deck. That implies that advanced PvE and PvP player base together aren't even 10%. Huh. I mean, yeah, if that's true, that's fucking wild, bro. I gotta tell you. Like, I would think with how intertwined, like, you know, like PvE advanced is or whatever, I would think like at least like 15 to 20% involved. At least, bro. Ah, crazy, bro. But you guys see what I mean, though, right? Like when I say, like, if you just make a video saying, like, yo, the sky is blue, like, yo, death is the drain school, like, those videos pop off, right? Because think about what Happy just said, the stat Happy and Dark were just talking about earlier, right? If you make a video like that, majority of the Wiz audience is gonna like that. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And that's why you see, like, the more casual channels do so well, right? Like, I don't know, look at, like, Zayred or Zayfa, or I don't know who else is out there that does pretty well with PvE right now, but, like, bro, it's like, you just, like, tell them, like, the sky is blue, and people are like, hell yeah, you're the smartest guy ever on Wiz. How many people do you need? I see one person to faint. That's it. Okay, I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Ego? Igo? I'm gonna call you Ego. I like that. I like that name. I like that name. Is Sean coming back? What is the new Blighthound? I don't know how to start the next world. You just have to finish Telnopolis. I wonder why that is. Wait, what are you saying, Frenzy? $4% to 10% is a good increase. Oh yeah. Oh, the one I got off. Oh no, Sean, no, motherfucker. This motherfucker said I didn't reply to him, so he logged off. I need Sean back, bro. That man's like irreplaceable for the strat. I need him. What else do you need? Well, Sean was doing the other two roles fairly well. If he's not gonna join, then I guess we could just take people from chat and do it. But he was farming with us, so I wanna give him a minute. I'll give him like 2 more minutes. Oh man. The number for PvP and advanced content is very low. Oh, you're saying I wonder why that is? Well, the two things they have in common is one, the barrier to entry, and two, this is not just me saying this, by the way. I got this from a comment. So, apparently Wiz has a very bad job at like teaching players things, which is why like guides do so well. You know? I made a short recently where I don't really want to say I was making fun of a noob. I kind of was. And one of the top comments on there was, you shouldn't be making fun of him. It's not his fault that King Sal does a bad job teaching it. And that comment got like 300 upvotes, bro. So just think about that, bro. Just for a minute, right? I know that might not seem like a lot, but imagine like 300 fresh players in PvP or like advanced combat. Like that's a good bit, bro. That's a good bit. That's a good bit, bro. Like, bro, chat. Real talk here. Like, just the upvotes on those comments, just that alone is more bigger than the PvP player base. It's like, it's actually crazy, bro. It's actually fucking mental to me. Because think about it, right? At least in max level league, that's the most popular one. Like on a given day, you probably have about, I would say about like 50 unique players that people that don't like swap accounts and like account share. Probably like 50, 60 unique players given on a day, I would say. And you got comments being like, yo, barrier to entry, go crazy, man. I can't PvP. Got like 400 likes on that comment. Like, holy shit, dude. What is Darkmoor prep? Farming Spellman's 50. Okay, okay, Sean's getting back on, by the way, chat. Sorry, I'm trying to talk about Sean, farm, and read chat. I'm sorry, I'm kind of, I didn't talk about this deck on the screen. You guys are probably like, what the fuck is this deck? Okay, yeah, any questions about the deck? I got sidetracked. So, this is our next update. Not live realm. So, I was talking to some people this morning, and I started off making the deck with only my storm spells, and then I realized I only had like 3 rows of storm cards in. I had like Catch, Triton, and Owl, right? I originally didn't put Queen and Oni in, but the reason I did, because I don't think, you know, I don't really think it's bad. But more importantly, the amount of Jades in the next update is gonna be diabolical, bro. Right? So Just for that reason alone, I'm like hard setting my deck for Jids. So I have max queen, and I have 4 Tritons inside deck. Like, I'm not losing to a Jade ever again on the Storm. It's not happening. I'm not dealing with that bullshit next update, because that's going to be the best school next update, right? So I'm not dealing with that crap. I am not dealing with it. So much... What? No, as much as players want to separate advanced and PvE, I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah, I see what they mean. Fire Rebel seems OD. Okay, but do you know why the Fire Rebel's there? I'll let you guess. I'll let you guess. There's 2 reasons. There's 2 reasons, chat. What's missing from this deck that you would have in Live Realm? Hit and bubble? Bingo. So, hit and bubbles are 5 pips now, which is a pretty hefty investment. Not worth it in my opinion. So, instead, I'm packing Wildfire, because quite literally, right, like I said, when I built the deck originally, like, literally, like, not even half of my deck was Storm cards. Like 30% of my deck was Storm spells, okay? So, the reason I have both is, well, obviously I can win Bubble pretty easily. Ice Blimp is a thing, right? Other people are probably not going to be packing Hit and Bubbles as well, so I'll easily win Bubble. Also, on top of that, what's the best way to run out of the brace? Well, Bubble, right? So, pretty good. That's pretty good. There's no try weaknesses. Yeah, because I originally didn't want to play for the Oni, right? The only reason I put the Oni in the deck was because I was packing Queen, so I might as well pack an Oni anyway. I'm only packing the Queen for Jids. That's it. So I was like, I might as well throw an Oni. You know? Storm does have good cards. Well, I mean, originally when I made the deck, it was literally just Catch, Triton, and Owl. That was my, like, 3 spells I had. Like, 2.5 rows. Yeah. You know? But yeah. Hidden Bulbs aren't worth it for 5 pips? No, absolutely not. The only one that's worth it is Huffy on Fire, but that's already the best one anyways. Berry's not usable after the update. They killed them. They killed them pretty bad. Where is Sean, bro? This guy's taking forever. Killing now. What is he doing? Okay, well, he'll port when he's ready. What's up, Batman? I love Batman. I can't wait for the new Batman movie, dude. When does it come out? Next year? No, it can't be. There would have been a trailer. I don't fucking know. 2027? Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. So we should get a trailer sometime. You're gonna lose to fire? How? They can't overtime me and they can't trap me. What is a fire supposed to do? Do you not know what Nautilus does, Viddy? Yeah, but it's not worth it, Scott. Bro, it's 5 whole pips, chat. That means you can only do it 3 times, so max pips. Terrible. Hit and faint. Okay, but what does Nautilus do, buddy? What do you think Nautilus does? Okay, Sean is here. Okay, so Ego is here first, so I'll add him to the group. Okay, Ego, I just need you to double feint the boss. That's all you have to do. Okay. Leave that. Add. Sorry for the wait, chat. Where's your meltdown? I don't think it's worth it, bro. I don't think it's worth it. Push traps. Steel blade. No, it's a trap counter. It's a trap counter. So what Nautilus is going to do, Viddy, is it can push up to 4 traps. So there's a lot of uses for that. One, you can push the brim trap back onto them, right? And then you get 2 chromatic storm dots as well. So like they can't shield. So in theory, right, if they have a set shield on, I can Nautilus, push the trap onto them, break off the storm shield, right? And they're kind of fried. And that Nautilus is going to do a good bit of damage too. Like, they can't really just ignore that. But let's say they brim my Nautilus, they brim again. Like, I'm okay with that. Why are you packing Purge? For Wraith. For Wraith. But yeah, 30 man's not worth it. Okay, is everyone ready? Leave group. Wraith is getting nerfed. Yeah, by 5%, but I'm not gonna hit through a 55% of weakness for 3 rounds, so you're fucking mental if you think I'm gonna do that. You're mental. When do you King Art and when do you Elephant? It really depends on the situation. I was kind of thinking about putting both in main deck, like 2 Arts and 2 Elephants, but I feel like I could cycle better with it this way. So, an open King Art is going to do 2.9 without any buffs, without any crit. So, like, against a fire, that's pretty good. Well, it's about the 3-round stun, chat. It's not about the damage being bad. Okay, I think we're ready. I finished and got Sharpened Blade. Nice, man. Yeah, that's really, really solid. Very, very good. Once you get to 130, you want to farm Dragoon Boots to get an item card version of those. So you can stack up to like 4 different feints, or 5. It gets quite wild. But yeah, Purge is mostly like... Okay, so let's say, for example, I get Monster Mashed. Just throwing that out there, okay? Let's say I get Monster Mashed, right? And I deck fill my Oni's projection, and then they cover that. I'm kind of fucked, right? I'm a little bit fucked. But I could always pull for the Purge out of side deck, you know? Or I could just purge the Monster Mash in case I don't pull it, you know? It's about having a backup plan for your deck filling. Obviously, yeah, I'd rather not pack Purge, and I mean, I might take it out, but we'll see. It's about having a plan. Ifrit is for ice. It's for anyone. It's for anybody, bro. Literally, it's for anybody. Like, bro, chat, if Freet does 3k, and then each overtime does, I think, 1800 or something. So an unbuff the Freet is like 5k or some shit. Then I can set Freet again at the end of it. And the nice part about it too is the counters to the overtimes generally aren't really that good. Like what they're gonna Toilet, okay, you just right then. Or you'll have a queen weakness on already. Like, okay. Like, okay, let's say you have Freed for 3k, and they Twarex, they don't want to take 3k from the dots. You just Triton that, right? And then the Afreet combined with the Triton significantly outvalues what they just did. So you stay ahead. Is Strike the Dark Fiend placeholder? That's kind of, if they, that's either going to be the Shield Pact if they update it, or Dark Nova. I wanted to run the Fire Fiend or whatever, but somebody said Stabilize is literally just better than that, so I don't know. I think I agree. Like, I'm casting a whole Shad just for Stabilize to, like, cancel it out, so at that point I might as well Dark Nova, you know? To actually get some value. Why not MUP instead of Nautilus? Because it doesn't break shields. It's more pips and it doesn't break shields. So. Why not pack Camp Bandit on a storm? You're crazy, bro. You're crazy, my guy. You don't need that. You don't need that, bro. Just Stormzilla or Levy. Those are really good counters. Every other school should pack Camp Bandit, but Storm definitely does not need it. Your dot counters are really good. But yeah. That's everything. Now let's have a free in King Art and main deck because tier 5, right? They do way more damage. I'm gonna be using them quite a bit. So I want them tier 5 in main deck, not side deck. Elephant and Elf, they're inside because they're a bit more situational, I would say. But yeah. I'm excited for it. That's what we're farming for. Have you thought about making a myth duel version of this deck? I have not, no. That sounds fun, though. I think it's gonna stay Stormfire meta because of how oppressive traps are. Like Viddy was saying, right? Like, because Viddy didn't know I didn't have a trap counter. Like, he didn't know about Nautilus. So Viddy was like, oh, you're just gonna get farmed by fire. And he would be right if I was dueling myth, by the way. But that's exactly why I'm not dueling myth, because we have hit and feints in the game. What does Oni's protection do? Clears 2 weaknesses for an overtime. So let's say I get like Headless or Mashed or Readered or Elemental Weakness, whatever the fuck it is, right? I could do that. And then I free it for like 3 point... No, it's higher than that. I do that into an Ifrit that is like 4k. Yeah, traps are crazy. That's exactly why I'm dueling fire still. But yeah, I could try myth for sure. I think it's fun. I feel like if I were gonna duel myth though, chat, I'd just do like PvE. I'd just like blade trap. And then spam myth cards until I could strike or something. I don't know. Nautilus pushes 4 traps onto the enemy and then gives you a chromatic, 2 chromatic dots. How is Death beating this deck? Well, you have to play for your strengths, which are Aura Control and Ghoul. Obviously, you'd have to do that. I don't know what else you can do. Question. Poison. That's part of Aura Control, though. You just have to threaten a lot of potent buffs with, like, poison and always having a brace out to keep their hits not buffed. I would assume that's literally all you could do. Like, it's kind of similar to how a Death plays against a Fire and a Myth right now. Like, you just shield round 1 and, like, Ghoul round 2. Like, probably do the same thing against Storm. But you can't do it when the Storm has pips. That's why you have to do it, like, round 1, round 2 against Myth and Fire. So, probably kind of similar to those matchups in live. But yeah, I'd probably say Death would just, they need to get Aura Control down, either like a Poison or a Ghoul out. And then just hit like crazy and hope the Storm deck fills their weakness counter, I guess. I don't know. No, it's a bomb Lauren, but the point is you can Efreet out of it. You have a Efreet pressure and okay. So let's say I'm at max pips, right? And you headless, and I only use projection, right? So now I have a nice clean Storm hit, right? But if you were to headless me again, I have a Efreet that does 3k to your head and then 1800 on the overtime, right? So I could trade the, I can out trade the headless. I'm not sure. But I'm happy if it's 1, because Efreet would just outtrade. Death isn't a dual myth in PvE. Think so. What's their best hit? Doom Owl? I think it is. Yeah, probably Doom Owl, right? Didn't they nerf Doom Owl, chat? Anybody know? Like the base damage on it? Or did they miss that one? We just saw Jin, I think. Why are you farming? I need to get Nautilus tier 5 for Darkmoor. Cards busted. Yeah, that's the nice thing about Nautilus though. It's like you can use it as a PvE counter. Also really good against the potent traps in the game that are gonna be meta now. Right? And on top of that, you could just use it as like a Storm Elf kind of card to break off shields for 4 rounds. What is, do we know how much Doom Owl is doing now on the base set? What is Myth? Like 980, I think. So Death would be like what, 920? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Death could do then. Literally all you could do is like Poison and Ghoul. That's literally it. Fossil did not need to get nerfed. I'm kind of upset about that for Death because I feel like one of the good spells they had was Fossil. Like, it wasn't bad. It filled a niche. But like now it's just like nobody's gonna pack that. $900? Okay, I was close, yeah. Like, I would prefer if they nerfed Ghoul and Poison, because those spells are kind of crazy. But like with fossil, it's like different. Like you can play around a fossil on like a poison or like a doom one even, or fuel, sorry. We have 4 right now, Anthony, but if Ego has to go, then one of y'all can replace him. Bounces in destroy storm without hitting bubbles as a perma race. What, you think it's gonna brace and gaze the whole time, Biddy, or what? Now this is important for Oni's brace. True, yeah. It's not bad against it. Although, the dots will immediately eat the traps. But... I mean... at least it's something. You know? At least it's something. Karma bubble with gaze. And then this brace. Yeah, I mean, at the same time, though, I feel like as a storm, like you could just set up your Oni pretty easily, or just, I don't know, just patch of the day and counter their shields until you can kill, kind of like Live Realm right now. Hit an immune shield with Samurai. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see how it's any different from Live Realm. I guess you could gaze everything. But, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Will you change the deck if Dark Strike becomes good? Yeah, that Shad part, this one, the strike at the bottom there. If they make anything else competitive with Dark Nova, like Dark Fiend or the Shield Pact, I will be putting that in those slots right there. But yeah. Alright, how we doing? What are we at? Only 54. It's tough, dude. I feel like I've been here forever. I don't know what I want to weave with my myth. I'd probably go Storm to get the dual blades. They're really, really good in PvE. And raids. They're just always good to have. Yeah, Dark. I joined one just now. But chat, I have like hundreds of keys on my account. Like, you get gold keys like fucking candy when you're Warlord. They pack the counters. Yeah, I mean, you probably just play simple, I would assume. But, I don't know, we'll see. Also, actually, yeah. I was gonna say you could just negative order the brace, which is true. But they're getting 4 extra copies of brace now with Oni Shadow. And they could just Chimera that, but yeah. You might be right. Might be right. Honestly, I think I agree with Biddy. Now that I'm thinking out loud, I think Storm's worst matchup is gonna be Balance. Just because Chimera is OP. But they might nerf Chimera though, because that's been like complaining about for years. So, and they are changing like every spell, so maybe they Chimera. How strong was Ice gonna be? It depends. It really depends if Ice keeps TC Colossus or not. A lot is riding on that. Because TC Colossus is the replacement for Winter Moon. But if they don't have that, then like, I don't even like. That's why. I'm not even packing Ice Shields anymore. Hold on. Where's the deck? Like, I put Glacials in. But I was just like, what's the point? Like, if they don't have Moon or TC Colossus, like, I don't know. Maybe they run Path A Colossus, I guess, maybe, but I don't know. Your deck's completely on the offense? Well, yeah, I'm a Storm. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? I'm a Storm. You want me to sit there and die? Yeah, my man is crazy. I mean, there's no healing cards because all the healing cards are trash on his Storm, if that's what you're referring to. They're all bad. Wait, also there was a Chimera change? Where do y'all get that from? I didn't see that. Yeah, no, I think I agree with Viddy though about Bounce being the worst matchup. Now that I'm thinking about it. They nerfed Chimera by 100 on the burst. Hello, Aaron. Used to run shields or heals. Well, yeah, I mean the shields were for Winter Moon because Winter Moon is so broken. And obviously Storm Mirrors too, but I feel like if you have Catalan or even like Stormbird Mirror, like I don't think you need the sets anymore. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that. If there's anything I will change about this deck, it would be the purges or not having the set shields. But I'm gonna see how the mirror goes. I'm gonna see how the ice match goes without him. Also, another thing about purge too, chat. It's not only just good against Wraith. Like, elemental weakness is pretty good against our strat, and purge just counters that, right? Dude, everyone's bugging me about this damn gate, bro. Just call me old-fashioned, man, okay, dude? Just call me old-fashioned. I mean, I would pack power shields, but there's just no point. There's no point. Maybe they fix the stats at 180 and the stat caps, where it's worth it to run Tower on Storm, but I haven't ran Tower on Storm in like over a year. There's just no point. There's just no point. Then yeah, all the heal cards are terrible now. I think only Myth and Fire can beat it. I think Fire's gonna farm balance, bro. I think Balance is screwed. It's fine, Aaron. I have like literally a ton, bro, from PvP. I have a lot. I'm not hurting on gold keys. Here's on the stream we showed fire. Oh. Okay, so what? You're saying it the OT got better and the burst went down by 100? Is that right, chat? Just give him a break, dude. Y'all are funny. Yeah, I mean, if there's just like some importance on like actually countering the Chimera dot, that'd be nice, you know. But the issue with it is the burst hit the Chimera does so much. It's just like you're just fucked, bro. You're just fucked then and there, pretty much. Like even if you Tuareted a Chimera or whatever, it's like the Chimera still did more. I don't know. That's my issue with it. As I feel like on a storm, if you were to get Chimera, like logically, you should just storm Zilla, right? But the Chimera does like over a quarter your health base. Just kind of wild. But yeah, I mean, test realm should be tomorrow. What I think happened is it was supposed to be last week, but they delayed it a week. So I bet it'll be on tomorrow morning. It usually comes on Tuesday, but I think it'll be Monday. I think they just delayed it. Is Antonio and Sean the same person? Yeah. How do you know? Can any school cheese like balanced it? Wait, what do you mean, Jason? What do you mean by that? Myth should also cook Bao. I mean, yeah. Myth already does well against balance, like... I don't know. If a balance isn't packing skills or whatever, I think they just get fucked by Myth. Like, writing the skills. I haven't lost to a Myth on my balance, not since I started packing writing the skills. You just shield and wait till they glimpse, and then you writing the scales of shield gambit, and the traps off, and then they're just like... They just get destroyed. Nothing they can do. I've been in a lot of good myths with that. So. Without it, you're kind of screwed, right? Because even if you like centaur the traps, they still have the shield gambit, and they'll take it. That's why scales is so good. Writing will be banned? No. Well, better win while you can. I already got my balanced warlord. So, we went from recruit to warlord in one season. Hell yeah, chat. I can't believe I have 5 warlords right now, bro. I'm only missing ice and life. I want to do ice a lot, but like, it's so annoying. Literally every loss is a life or a fire on the ice. And then life, I don't want to Jade. I don't want to play like that. But you have to if you want to win. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe next update with Lord of the Jungle, I won't have to rank up that way. What would be the 3 worst schools? That's a hard question to answer. Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. I feel like fire might be the worst school, which is, I know it's crazy because like their traps are insane, but I don't know. A little balance. I mean, balance is pretty good against Storm next update. Not so good against Mythic Fire. Against Death, I mean, they can't even scales anymore. I feel like Bounce's only good matchups is like what, Life and Storm probably. Right? Maybe Ice because Gaze. Maybe. You need a 4th? I think we're full right now, unless someone had to go. Balance dealing death can destroy death? Maybe. Like I left. Well, Sean's on 2 accounts and Ego's still here. Life, Storm, Ice, Death. Are you saying that's your top 4? I don't think Ice is that high. I disagree. I disagree with the amount of Jades. I don't agree. I don't agree at all. If Jading, like, let's say they put a heal cap in, then I would put Ice that high. I would agree. But the amount of Jades that are gonna run the queue is gonna be like really crazy, dude. It's gonna be crazy. Like, you already see Ice's not queue because of the Jades in Live Realm, and it's gonna only get worse next update. So I don't know if I agree. I think Ice will be bad, and well, they fixed dots with Camp Bandit. That's good for Ice, right? Now your only bad matchup is Life, I would say, and there's no heal cap. Hopefully they change their minds, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Storm might be tough. Those are the schools that balance can be it. Oh, okay. Life, Storm, Ice. I feel like Ice balance is like 50-50 though, Viddy. I played both ends of it a lot when I was playing on my balance. I feel like it's like a good Ice can give you a run for your money, but without Winter Moon though. And if TC Colossus is gone, Viddy, this Ice really depends on TC Colossus. If it's not, logically it shouldn't be in the game. That's why I'm inclined to say it's gonna get banned, because it's technically above Ice's damage per pip. Technically. Like Relevant, for example. But I don't know. Ice beats balance right now. I feel like it's 50-50, bro. I don't know. This is my experience, though. I don't think it's a dominant matchup at all, Aaron. I think if 2 good players play each other, it's going to be relatively close. A matchup. On a storm, I feel like you should have Zilla in hand. Yeah, I might add an extra storm Zilla in for that reason. I don't know, I would say... I don't know. Is Myth worse than Fire? I don't know. Myth got a lot of buffs this update, bro. I don't think Myth is worse than Fire. I don't think it is. I can't say that in good faith. I just can't. I just can't, bro. My heart is telling me Fire and Ice are gonna be the worst schools based off the meta. That's what my heart is telling me. As for balance, I mean, we'll have to see how things play out. Oh, I'm out of keys. Shit. Oh, Ego's got one. I used like 30 already, I guess. But yeah, I'd say Fire and Ice, based off the meta, are probably the worst ones, I think. We should just do like a tier list, maybe. Maybe that's an easier way to represent my thoughts. Maybe. I know people were asking for that, like last week. They wanted a prediction tier list kind of thing. We could do that. You know it, Batman. I think Ice will be okay with TC Colossus. That's what I think. But without TC Colossus, I mean, I guess your shields are better because Fire Elf got nerfed. I mean, I guess. Also, chat, you know what I really like about the Nautilus? So, if a Myth or a Fire traps you, or an Ice, like any trap school, you can shift the trap onto them and either use it, or that sets up your Strike to not take any backlash, which is really cool. So like if I get shooed and I Nautilus, I can break off their shields, set up an Ifrit, and set up a Strike that takes 0 lash. Right? So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you guys need to get Nautilus right now, dude. Like, it's fucking insane. It's insanely good. They got 5 pip chromatic dot. Insanely good. Pushes 4 traps. Really good against PvE. Right? And it has synergy with your strike or whatever with backlash. And you could also use the traps, like, against a fire, you could, like, just Ifrit with their 65 trap and do, like 5 racks to their dome with a fire hit if they storm shield. It'll be a quick matchup video, but I feel like if the storm plays properly, they should be fine. At the number 5. Really? That's an interesting take. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, a lot of their hits are, I mean, maybe. A lot of their A lot of their hits are pretty bad. Like, aside from the broken stuff, like Death doesn't really have anything. Like Fire Dragon, Ghoul, Poison, that type of shit. I mean, what death matchups are your favorite in? I feel like Storm would be probably like even at best. Death does pretty good against Myth. My Death beats most Myths pretty easily. I don't think it's a bad matchup. Ice is I mean, without Winter Moon, Death will do better against Ice. So that's good. Balance. Balance is always annoying for Death. Life, you're not bad against Life. Let's try it. I'm finally getting around to eating my burger. I had my ice cream first, I know. Probably shouldn't have, but is what it is. No way of balance at number 1, bro. I do not. No, I don't agree with that at all. No way, brother. I think you're tripping. What's your question, James? Alright. So yeah, after this run, we'll do the tier list. Balance only loses to Myth and Fire. I mean, it depends on what school they're weaved into, though. Like, what you're saying, they're gonna do Death, I guess. I guess, yeah. I mean, that would be pretty good. Your sound is crackling? Bro, you serious? I shouldn't be having any issues with this mic. I thought I just fixed it. Yo, what's up, Red Belt? Red Belt, how you been? It's been a while. Premier is right when he said balanced matchups come down to their weaving. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I just said. But I feel like if they death weave, though, yeah, they're fine. But then they just lose the Myth and Fire harder, I guess. Yeah, I guess for that reason, I wouldn't put balance in the bottom tier. I put it like upper mid, probably. Maybe low A tier, high B tier. But I don't know, bro. I feel like the fact they're gonna have permanent bubble control, kind of crazy. I think my list is full on this character, James. But you send me a friend code and I could try it out if you want. Been in for a bit. Hell yeah, Red Belt. You're a real one. You've been around for like 3 years, I think, right? Yeah, I think it's been 3 years. You know what, Red Belt? I have a question. What was the first... What was like our first interaction? Like, what was the first piece of content you saw from me? That's a good question. I'm eating right now. So I don't know. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I hope not, but... Okay, I need to really go pee. Can y'all give me like 10 minutes? Hopefully don't get mad. Oh. God damn, this food is so good. I don't want to put it down. I have to though. I have to, chat. Okay. Alright. Last bite. Bear back. Okay, I'm back. Not sure my memory's not good enough. It's okay, Red Belt. I was just curious. Um, uh, I'm seeing shit. Okay, sorry, chat. Let's work on a tier list right now, shall we? Okay. So reset. I'm gonna turn my game audio down so you guys don't have to hear that as much. And then take this, do that, do that. Okay, cool. All right. Question mark. What's your question, bro, man? Okay. So I'm still trying to eat. I'm enjoying myself. Okay, leave me be. Leave me be, chat. Anyways. So this is my early predictions tier list. Obviously subject to change. Based off everything we know from all the teasers right now and what KIS said themselves and dubs. So oh my god. It's so hard to pick between talking or eating. This food is so good. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm putting it down. I'm so happy my webcam is down right now. Anyways, I think we should probably start with a good school and a bad school, just to kind of like get our bases down. I'm gonna start with fire. I think fire is really not good, in my opinion. Camp Bandit is just a way too good of a card, in my opinion. And I mean, yeah, they have like Brim, Trap and Moo, like a lot of cool stuff, but I don't know if that's good enough, bro. Like Death's chromatic weaknesses can kind of compete with this a little bit, I would say. But I don't know. I feel like on a fire, like what you're good against balance. Death, you might be okay against because maybe the traps are just better than the chromatic weak. Maybe, but hard to say. Ice, you can't overtime in the ice anymore because you can't bandit. I mean, I guess you could brim in art. That's cool, right? Life is the best school. I mean, let's just get that out of the way. If the Life is packing volcanic shields, which they should be, this matchup is really bad. If they're not packing it, then it's not too bad. But assuming, again, most optimal play, I'm gonna have to assume that the Life is competent. This matchup is terrible. Okay. Then this matchup for the Fire and Myth, I think it's a lot better for Fire now. That's good. And Storm, the matchup is way better than what it is in live round. So, I mean, you're good against Balance. You're okay against Ice. You're good against Myth. I mean, no, it's not D tier. It's not D tier because you have enough matchups to the point. It's not like you can't play this school. Like, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Then obviously Life is at the top because they got like 9 micro buffs this update or something crazy like that. And the jading is already broken and they're making it better. And they're supposedly delaying the heal cap, which is insane. Really insane. So, I mean, yeah, it's just, this school's insane. Like, it's just insane. There's nothing to say about it. You can heal forever. The counters aren't good enough. Your bad matchups aren't even bad because of your library is so good. It's just the god school, bro. Just the god school. Balance. I don't think Balance is gonna be S tier anymore. I'm gonna say... I'd put Balance at like low A tier. I feel like low A tier is pretty good. Like, yeah, you're losing Rainbow Servant and you're losing skills. And like Chimera gets a bit of a nerf. But you get permanent bubble control, bro. That's like... That's a big deal. And the Oni Shad. Like, I don't know how you could lose on the Balance. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think it's as good as Life though, because like Life is just the god school. Life is what Balance and Death are in live ROM right now. So I wouldn't put Balance up here beside Life because it's not on that level. It's just good. It's just good. If they end up adding the heal cap, Life will be A tier. Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, I think Balance is still gonna be pretty solid. But it's just not, it's not Life. It's not him, you know? Next up, Storm. Okay. This is kind of weird actually, chat, because there's 3 different opinions going around the community, right? Okay. There's people saying Storm's gonna be the best school in the game, right? Which is pretty funny. And then a lot of the good players are saying Storm isn't gonna be that great because its library isn't that good, which I do see where they're coming from. But oddly enough, I'm not actually on their side for once there, right? Because I think Storm is going to be somewhere in the middle between like the people saying it's like the best school ever, and then a lot of the good players saying that it's just like it's going to be all right, you know? So I'm kind of in the middle about this. I don't know, man. It's just tough, bro. Because I feel like a really good player on a Storm, like, it's tough, bro. I don't know. Because just think about it, right? For 3 years, Storm players have had to get Warlord when the school has been fucking terrible for the past 3 years, right? But now that the game is technically balanced the way it has always thought it should be, the players who are already good at the school are just gonna stomp everybody. The voice is cutting? Bro, why is it doing this? Oh my god. I don't know. I need to get a new mic, bro. I don't know what's wrong with this mic, dude. I thought I fixed it. Is it not? Maybe I didn't change it in my settings. Oh, I didn't change it in my settings. Okay. Okay, chat. I should sound better now. Okay, yeah. I should sound better now. Hopefully. But I don't know. Maybe not. If I don't sound better now, then I need a new mic. Okay. Now I want to restart the whole thing, because if it is cut out the whole time, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Is it cutting out anymore, goat? Or is it better? So you're saying most Storm players are good because they've been playing... What? So you're saying most Storm players are good because they've been playing it and it's bottom to mid tier for them? Yeah, because Storm PvP right now in Live Realm in like the past 3 years, half of it is about PvP, like you versus your opponent, and the other half of it is abusing the game mechanics. Right? So for example, like you guys have seen my death do dumb shit against Storm, right? Like you can literally headless the reset shield and it's better than an open Storm hit. Like I've won games like that and I've lost games off that, right? So the issue with Storm is that you've been fighting the game and the player at the same time for so many years, but now you're not really going to need to fight the game anymore. So the good players should just stomp people if they're better than them, which, I mean, you know, I feel like that's kind of a given, but I don't know. At the same time, though, I do understand what a lot of the good players are saying. Like Storm doesn't really have a lot of good cards in their library anymore, which I do completely agree with. But I just think that since that weight is like lifted off of us, and that like we have the freedom to actually like play the game properly, like you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like sure, it's annoying, but you'll be fine. I can't in good faith put I can't. Like maybe behind balance, maybe, but I have a feeling it's better than balance. If you're a good player. I want to make that clear. Now, for most of the people in the game, I would actually argue Storm is probably going to be B tier, because a lot of Storms aren't good at the game, and that's okay. Not everyone can be, but like a really good player will be a really good player, and that's how I'm gonna rate it. So, yo, what's up, Kimbo? All right. But yeah, no, I actually will say it has been pretty interesting though, seeing the 3 different opinions come out. Like people saying like, oh, Storm's gonna be the best school ever, and then their library sucks. It's not gonna be that great. And then there's me, who's actually in the middle for once. I'm not saying the school is terrible. I'm not saying it's the best thing ever. I think it's just good. I think it's just good. So, I don't know. It's different. Myth. Okay, so a lot of myths are gonna swap the Storm Weaving this update because of life, obviously. Myth Weaving Storm has a pretty good chance against Jades. I've been on a lot of Jades with that on my myth in the past. Now, the only issue with that is you're bad against traps. So, fire's gonna cook the shit out of you. Right? But that's okay. Especially with base shin being there, if you're just fucked. You can't beat a fire on a myth anymore. It's done. It's done. So, I feel like you'll be okay against life because you're gonna weave storm, beat Jades, right? If you're competent. You're gonna lose to fire. Ice. Your dots don't work as Camp Bandits OP. And you're also not weaving fire anymore. So you're kind of worse off against ice in a way. But yeah, I don't know. Low-key, I think Myth is gonna get farmed by ice. Because ice is already pretty good against Myth right now in live realm. I'd argue. So I think you're not that good against ice. You're not that good against fire. Against death, I mean, it's not bad. It's probably still the same. A good Myth can beat a good death, and vice versa. Storm, I mean, I think Myth this is a Storm. I don't really think it's... I don't think it's rocket science. I think Myth is probably mid. Put Myth in the middle. I'd say. It's well-rounded. It's got like 3 good matchups, 3 bad ones. Kind of mid. I think Myth is pretty mid. Death. Okay. So, Death is have a headache against balance. You're okay against life. Right? Like, you're not a bad school against life. Myth, you can beat a Myth. It's tough, but you could do it. Fire, kind of, you know, TBD. Really depends. I feel like it could probably be an even matchup, I want to say. Maybe. Especially with, like, Permabrace and Poison. Probably keep it even. Ice. Ice matchup's a bit easier, too, because Winter Moon isn't a thing. And Power Dragon got a buff. So... I don't know. I think Death... I feel like this might be a 50-50. This is already kind of a 50-50. Storm... I mean, that'll just be probably like a 50-50, depending on... It's really going to depend on what player is better, which is how PvP should be, which is healthy for the game. I don't know. Why would I say Death is mid, too? Would I dare say that? You're okay against Ice. You're fine against Myth. You're probably okay against Fire. Bounce is annoying. Probably okay against Storm. Oh, dude, this is tough, bro. This is tough. I don't know if I could put an 8 here. Dude, that fucking Death Wizards, bro. This is so tough. This is so tough, bro. Because what Death has is really broken. Like Poison and Ghoul and Power Dragon and shit. But, like, it's all they have, though. It's all they have. And Mash, too. Mash is really good. Like, dude, it's tough, dude. Like, I feel like you can't rank Death low. Because it just counters so much. It has to be A. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it does. I don't feel good putting it, like, beside these guys. I just don't. I just don't, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna put Death low A tier. I think so. Because you can still beat... You're better against Ice now this patch. You're already fine against Myth. Against Fire, they can't overtime you anymore. Like, Storm might be a little annoying. Bounce is annoying. But, like, against everyone else, like, you can reasonably play the game. I would say. I would say so. If Death's cards, like Poison, Mash, Ghoul, weren't all cracked, I'd put it down here. Because a lot of those spells got nerfed. But those staple spells that they did not nerf are, like, meta-defining cards. Right? So I feel like you just can't put Death down here. When you look at the matchups like that. Like, I feel like your only really bad matchup is probably Balance. I feel like. Kind of similar to Storm, in a way. Ice? Yeah, because see, yeah, this is exactly what I mean, bro. Like, imagine I had death down here with ice, bro. Like, there's just no way. No way. No way, bro. Mm-hmm. Okay, this one's tough. This is tough because ice has two problems, and one of them got fixed this update with Kathmandu. So for that reason, ice is a little better. But Jading also got like 9 micro buffs. And Jade's destroy ice. And most of the queue is gonna be Jade's. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would say it's better than fire, because like fire's traps are crazy, dude. But like, what does ice have, bro? Like, yeah, your library's alright. You prefer ice over myth? Really? Okay, well, let's think about it. You get shit on by life. Against Storm, you'll probably be okay, I think. Balance, I think you're okay. Ice, you're okay. Myth, again, you're okay. Fire, yeah, I mean, yeah, ice is kind of okay. I see what you mean. Ice is kind of okay. It's just like the reason you can't put it up here is because Jade's. So I think, yeah, I think chat's actually right on this one. I think chat's right. I think chat's right. Because think about it, like myth just gets shit on by fire. Ice only really is gonna get shit on by life. And then like myth, you're kind of okay against everybody. So honestly, yeah, I'd say you could swap ice and myth around for whatever the spot is. But I'm gonna put ice above myth. I'm gonna do it because Blimp is still in the game, and having aura control is very important. Like, the reason why myth can't be up here is because aura control and ping pong is important. That's why like death and ice are so high. It's because they control like the most popular hanging effect right now. If myth could aura like these schools, myth would be up here. But the fact you don't get like any aura identity, yeah, I think I like this list. I think I like this list. I think you could change these two. Honestly, like any of these bottom 3 around, I think you could swap them around. But yeah, I would say I'd probably rank it something like this. Again, this is assuming most players are like actually not brain dead at the game, right? For most Storm players, I'd probably put it down here in B tier, but like I said, it's just because like Storm players have been fighting the game and the opponent at the same time for 3 years. The fact that you're not gonna have to fight the game anymore and just focus on your opponent is such a big W. Like, people don't understand that. And if you do PvP, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Storm PvP, at least. So, the fact you can be rewarded for your actual skill is what matters. It's a very big deal. If you're good, you should rank up. Yeah. This update will just basically... What's the word I'm looking for? Amplify players that deserve their rank. Right? Like, if you're a good Storm, like, you could probably get, like, 2200. Right? Or, you know, if you're, like, Heartstock Knight or Captain, maybe. Like, maybe you could get Warlord now if you're actually not terrible at the game, you know? So, yeah. But at the same time, though, I could see Storm kind of being, like, number 3 or 4. But I have a lot of faith in it, this update. I do. I do. Alright, yeah, that's my list, y'all. Alright, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, I guess. Okay, what's... Sean got off. I don't blame him. That took a long time, honestly. That took a long time. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna go organize some stuff. Swap bounce and life? I disagree. I disagree, my guy. I don't think bounce is gonna be the best school. I think it'll be like on the upper side of good, kind of like Storm in a way. Or Death in a way. What about Ice's new Shad transformation? The Sentinel? I mean, it's okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it's really worth it, in my opinion. But maybe. Okay, so I need to transfer this. This. I need to keep these. And I need Nautilus. Okay. My god, I'm dying. I'm dying, chat. Holy fuck. Holy cow. Oh, man. Oh, Valerie gifted me this mail, by the way. I don't know what it's from, but they're very nice of her. You want a Spellman audit? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they would go about that. Okay, so yeah, I want bottom path Nautilus. Bro, I'm only halfway to the next tier. Oh boy. Oh boy. So yeah, the new Nautilus, it's basically just gonna be this, but it pushes 4 traps. That's literally what it is. That's PvP Eclipse. PvE, the PvE meta never really changes. I made a tier list on that a while ago, so. But yeah, this is the deck I'm running right now. I showed you guys earlier on the stream. Excuse me. So I'm thinking having a lot of negative auras is good, because obviously base is crazy. And against ice, if they shoot you, against Nautilus, and you'll be fine. And then death, I mean, yeah, they could poison. Then you could galvanic, and if they mash, you could do this, and then a freed. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Then catch of the day. I mean, some people have said they want to run the bottom path, which is like a 200 something, like 230 damage nerf. I don't know if I would run that or not. It's better to like combo, like you could catch into a Helifin, then get pips back and still have a buff, I guess. But I like the middle path to catch a lot, bro. Like, it's 20% more potent and it does more damage. Like, I feel like I'd rather just play for that single blade. But I don't know. I think both are fine. Oh, when Nautilus was like a steel blade. Yeah, that was really annoying. I remember that. But yeah, originally I actually didn't have Fire Elf in. I was just packing a shit ton of beetles. Because if you think about it, right, beetle's gonna be really good. Because not only does it buff your storm stuff, it buffs up the fire stuff too, right? So you could like beetle into an Ifrit or whatever, right? So I don't know. But the reason I was packing Fire Elf is because Fire Elf is still good against like Tower or like Thieving or, you know, to set up a Ifrit or anything that's not a set shield, right? So if they Thermic, or not Thermic, Volcanic or anything, you would have to Beetle or Wand, right? But for everything else, like a Tower, an Ellie Shield, whatever, Elf is just better. So that's kind of why I kind of went in the middle. I was packing 3 and 3. Because even if I pack 3 of these, that's like what, 7 Beetles and 4 Wands. Like they're not gonna have more than 11 shields, bro. They're not gonna have more than 11 set shields, my guy. There's just no way. Like some of those would have to be towers or Ellie shields, and you could deal with that with other ways, right? But the idea is you'd use these on the sets, and then when they have so many shields to the point where this gets extra value or this gets extra value, then you send that, right? And also at that point, you'll probably have a Beetle Blade out. You'll get a whole buff on this. So it's kind of cool, dude. It is kind of cool. Also, I'm just thinking about what Viddy said. That he said that a balanced attack glacial for it, but if you queen twice, that's 6 weaknesses. So there's still 4 to Gambit. I don't know. 65 Blade is good on a fire, but not good on a storm. Because you need to use it as a shield counter. Yeah, no, I see what you mean. I'll probably try both. If Fire Elf didn't get absolutely nuked this update, I think 65 Blade would be the way to go for sure, but Fire Elf did get nuked. RIP the homie, chat. RIP the homie. For sure. Then yeah, we don't pack Imlet anymore because we have Nautilus. Just such a good card. I'm excited though. I'm really excited. And test should be tomorrow. So I'll have to see what the new stat caps are and everything. Because if the new stats for Storm like aren't as bad as they have been the past 2 years, to the point where I can actually run like Tower Shield again, obviously I would change the deck up a little bit. I still think Meltdown is better than Elf. Why? Why? What? Why do you say that? Meltdown does no damage compared to Fire Elf. What's your logic here? And you can't even put Meltdown inside. If you can put Meltdown inside, then okay, yeah, it's fine. But you can't put it inside. How much is Elf base? The TC one? 150 plus... I don't know if that's like 90 times 2. I don't know. Let's just say 240. And this makes it free literally 2 times better. I mean, unless I take this out and ram Meltdown in main. But if I did that, I'd have to take something out of main. I don't know what it would be. I'm gonna take out 2 of these and run 2 Meltdown, but I'm gonna want 4 Meltdown if I'm gonna run it. What are you on about? What's up, Lindsay? I don't know. I mean, I could take out 2 queen. 4 is still a good number. Especially considering I have 4 Trayton inside. There are 8 heal counters. It should be enough as a storm. I take out 2 of these. I want a Ifrit, obviously. I want to take out Elf because I don't need that anymore. For what? Unless you're on King Art inside. Yeah, maybe I just run King Art inside, but the damage is lower. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's tough, bro. It's a tough spot. Tough spot to be in. Yo, sublet. Nah, it's not out yet, Lindsay. Okay, let's say I did take this out, right? And we run a Fire Art instead inside. Do I have Azoth? I do, okay. Alright. I don't think you need Fire Art at all. I mean, bro, it does 3,000 damage base. That's insanely good late game, like what? Not to mention, if you Elephant or something, like, Myth is going to be running Storm for Levy. Same thing with Fire. But if you King Art, it's just a good hit, and they can't really, like, they're not going to counter the heal. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, right? If I get Brimmed and Nautilus, and they Such Shield, I could literally just Fire Art and do 5 racks to their face. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. How does it do 3k? Well, that's the math with the new dual school stuff, Biddy. It is 2.9. Without any buffs. Okay. Let's say we run Meltdown. And then I'll throw out the 2 queens, I think, right? I mean, if I run Meltdown in main deck... Actually, this might be a little more intuitive. Because if I cycle main deck, I can pull for a shield and weakness counter, while also pulling for my free to synergize with that. So in a way, I kind of like the synergy here. We have a free melt, all these counters just in main deck like this. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. I kind of like that. I do kind of like that. Then I need to make Fire Art. Explain to me quick why Wiz decided to do dual scrolling. Well, they gave you more utility. That's why there's hit and feints in the game now, like Brimstone and Keeper. Yeah, I'm done farming for now. Yeah, I'll probably farm somewhere later. I mean, do I even need the TC Beetle then if I have main deck Meltdown? I don't think so. I don't think so. That frees up a lot of space though. I still kind of want Fire Elf though, because like against a Thieving, you just Elf a free, and it's like 4 racks to their dome. And like I clearly have the deck space to pack it too, right? So yeah, that's right, buddy. Why is Nautilus needed? It's a very good trap counter. It's also a really good shield breaker. And it synergizes with a free. So it's like 3 cards in one. You get a double OT for a free. You're countering shields because 4 rounds Storm Dot, right? And you're pushing 2 rounds of tempo traps onto the opponent, which also sets up your pact for strike, so you take 0 last and strike Lindsay. So, it's very good. Are you gonna pack Brim? I'm not packing Brim now. Nope. I'm not going that far. I don't know what to put inside. Yeah, 3rd Zilla. You don't got it, Peeve, you know? I've lost like that a couple times, just you don't got it. Bold detonates, so. Maybe just pack Elfin Meltdown and not Elephant or King Art. I think you're insane. Chat, I think you're insane for saying no to 3,000 damage that goes around a shield. I think you're insane. That could also potentially heal you for like 1,000. I think you're insane. Or Elephant? Bro. A max value Elephant with a buff is gonna send the opponent to fucking Mars, bro. I think you're insane if you're gonna pass that up, bro. I mean, unless they somehow downgrade the gear ability, which is extremely unlikely. This is the guild house, James. It's not my house. I don't know. I'll probably pack like 2 of both of these, because one is situationally better than the other, I'd argue. He's do 4 Zillas and 4 Tritons, so I never deck fill. That's kind of funny. No, test room would come out in the morning or the afternoon, Wolf. How much do you think stock caps will be raised? Well, based off the past 3 years, it's gone up by... Oh, fuck. On average, I think like 3 pierce and 5 damage, I think. Around that ballpark. Kind of same with resist, like about 5. So probably, I mean, but at the same time, Ratbeard did say like last year that they're gonna try and like redistribute the storm stats a little bit to like help them like stay alive longer. So I don't know if they're gonna go through with that or not, or just keep doing what they're doing. I don't really know. We'll have to see. I need them to change Lulu into an effect. Yeah, no, I feel you, Nathaniel. I completely agree. RIP Fossil. RIP the homie. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I like the synergy we have here. It's pretty neat. So this clears a tri-shield. Well, no, it cleared 2, not 3 after the patch, my bad. So you would use this against Set or LA Shield, right? And then if you deck fail that, you'd use these. And once they shield 10 million times, then you go for these. So yeah, I think this is better because I don't need a lot of copies of these, right? I just back a Leviathan, maybe. Well, it's not a bad idea. Take 1 or 2 of these out for that. People are crazy nowadays, you know? I feel like you can make this space to pack Elf. Okay, but why would I pack Elf then? Like, what's the point? If I have these to break shields, this is technically like an Elf in the way. And then we have these, like, I don't know. I don't know, dude. Pack the steel heal. I don't think that's worth it because I'm not running any healing stuff. Bro, I have 4 Tritons and 6 Queen Calypsos, bro. Like, I'm a Storm. I don't think I'm losing to a Jade. I don't think I'm gonna lose to one. Yeah, I literally have a King Art, 6 Queens, and 4 Tritons. I'm fine. I'm fine, chat. I like what we have right now. I like what we have. So we could do this, like, build pips and get pressure. And then ideally, once we have our catch of the day out, we'd want to either go for Meltdown to maintain the buffs, and also set up our Ifrit, which is cool, right? Like, I could catch of the day, and if they set shield twice, you just like meltdown into a meltdown into an Ifrit, or just take the hit if they don't shield again, you know? Then obviously you have this too when things get crazy. I feel like just having this into like an Empower or a Surge along with this, I think you'll be fine. Because if you're gonna exhaust them of their resources with these early game, and then use these late game, I feel like you just cook everybody. I miss fire. I just wish I could have one meta where I used Fire Elf on the Storm, bro. I only got to use it on the Death and the Ice. I think it's only one Kimbo, but they are reworking them, so it might be one per shield. I don't know. If it is, I'm pretty happy. It's one. Do you know for sure? Do you ask him? So it'll be one dot. That's 200 damage. The current one's one dot. Okay, but they're working these though. They're working these. There's a chance it might be 2 dots. There's a chance. If it is, then it's just Fire Elf, but you can't put it inside and it's weaker. Warcraft Fire Camp Bandit, Spirit of Ignorance, and Crab Alley. That's what Fire Elf is right now in Live Realm, Scott. Alright, well. Yeah, I'm excited for test realm tomorrow. You were kinda right. I'll ask Cam, or I guess we just wait till tomorrow. But chat, like if these two spells here, if these create like 2 dots though, like holy fuck are we cooking? Holy fuck are we cooking, boys? Like actually mad cooking if all 3 of these work together that well. You're gonna spam life? Nah, I'm prepared for life, bro. I got fucking 4, or was this 6 queens, a king art, and 4 Trathans. I'm prepared. I will counter them until they die. And the only reason I'm setting this fire for them is because it's gonna be the best and most popular school in queue. So yeah, Kimbo, you like my heal counters, bro? I'm gonna run the hit and 3-fold queen, 6 of them, the storm art, and the 4 Trathans. Kimbo's just gonna flee when he gets me on his life next time, bro. He's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna save myself the time. I'm good, bro. Surely that's enough? I think on a storm that'll be enough, yeah. Because it should chip them down enough to the point where I can just like combo and kill them, right? Here to storm even lose to? Well, I think a good ice and a good death give you a run for their money, but I'd say your worst matchup, in my opinion, is probably going to be balanced. What do you think, Kimbo? What do you rank in Storm? I don't know if you saw my tier list, but I put Storm at number 2 actually. But I could see it being like 3 or 4. I think if you're like a really good Storm player though, I think number 2 is pretty fair. Especially considering life is like stupid. Like you also have to consider like the meta school at the time too, right? So like a life, Storm's okay against life. Pretty sure Storm still loses the myth. Why? If the duel actually works, I mean, it's going to, Kimbo. Do you not see the news? But yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Like, the myth can make the Storm Elephant and then Leviathan. I guess. I mean, that's cool, but that's why you have Fire Art, though, because you just Fire Art instead. Still do 3k, they can't counter it, and you remove, like, everything. I think Storm will beat Myth this update. I don't agree with that. Because the only reason Storm loses to Myth Star Shield is because Elephant does no damage. But now that it actually does damage, you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. Fire Sign might be worth it too. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but then somebody asked me where are you getting the 3 OTs from. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good point. So I decided to not pack it. I packed the Freet instead because the Freet's still really good. A 3 it does 3k base Kimbo and 1800 per overtime without a buff. It's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I got fire bubbles in too. I don't know. I think Lauren's wrong. I think if you have Meltdown, if you play well and manage your pips fine, and if you just Elephant or King Art once or twice, maybe, and just play smart, I think you'll be fine. I don't think it'll be that difficult. Yeah, it'll be fun, Kimbo, for sure. Yeah, no, that is a good idea, Dark. That is a good idea. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Or even Ice. Ice could be cool too. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna end stream here. I'll probably farm later tonight. If y'all are in the Discord, I'll ping y'all if you want to farm Nautilus. But I think we got to what, tier 2.5 today? Yeah, we gotta get this guy up here. And yeah, all right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully when Test Realm is on.